Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Welcome to the stream. We have 3 NFL games going on today. We actually also have a decent amount of college basketball. I was kind of checking the board and got some college hoops games going on today. So we are going to be going through and looking at a ton of player prop bets for the NFL, looking at some mainline markets for college basketball. We'll also look at some main and alt markets for the NFL today, see if we can find some value, because obviously these games are spread out in between. But we are going to kick things off with some DFS. And at the moment, there's some better value out there at the moment, guys. So happy Thanksgiving to you and your family. Hopefully you guys are going to have an awesome turkey day. And very excited about Thanksgiving's easily my favorite holiday of the entire year. Not even close. It is the best. And maybe you're nursing a hangover. So let's get some bets in, right? Because one of my favorite things about Thanksgiving is you're sitting there with your family and you got a football game on and it's like 34-7. And you know, your nephew's like, hey, can we turn the channel to something else? And you're like, no. And that's when the whole family knows that we're not now just watching a football game. That's because Uncle Billy's got money on the game, right? He's got the plus 27.5 and he needs this to hit, or he's got the under in the game or the over. So that's something I learned at a young age, is like, if one of my relatives is watching a football game that's not even close, it's probably because they got money on it. So what's going on, Joey? What's going on, Turo? Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out and checking in the stream. I expect a lot of people to be very hungover and probably sleeping in right now, but we're going to stream anyways, guys. I don't get a day off. I just work, right? I love what I do. If you can't tell, I love what I do. So over here looking at DFS, I got better PrizePicks underdog. DraftKings pick 6 teed up. Let's see what we got here. Javonte under on his player rushing attempts. Better has some discounts going on, guys. We cooked one up with Jahmyr Gibbs. They got a Jamar Chase discount. They got a Rashee Rice discount. So let me go ahead and fire up this Rashee Rice over on his receiving yards. And then we're going to look for Javonte. Look to add this in here. We're looking at his under 16.5 rushing attempts. And then looking over here on Monty for his longest rush. No sharp books are really on this one. Let's look at Watson. Same. Let's head over to Better and see what we got going on there. Down 11 units, Irish. Sorry to hear that, brother. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you guys were able to tail the, let's see, we had a 3-pick underdog slip that cashed. We had a 3-pick boosted DK pick 6 slip that cashed. And one of our 3-pick discounted better slip looking like it could cash today. It was the Jahmyr Gibbs discount that's looking, we already hit the first 2 picks. We do have a Dak Prescott free square over on DraftKings pick 6. So let me go see what we got here. I'm going to put this final slip together, man. I really was hoping to see some lines from Pinnacle. Pinnacle taking a day off. Is everybody off today? I mean, come on. We need some lines here, Pinnacle. What's going on, bro? Come on, guys. This game starts pretty soon, like rushing attempts. I'll grab it because, I mean, it's 10 cents off. It's okay. It's not great, but I don't mind it. So we'll grab the over on his rushing attempts, over 8.5 carries. This is a 3-pick perfect slip, guys. A little disappointing, though. There's nothing, at least for better, out there from Pinnacle's odds, but it's okay. I'll share this link with you guys in the chat, and let's see what we got going on. Daniel, what's going on? Morning, guys. MP, morning. Adam, what's going on? No doubt, let's grind. Tommy, Will, Chi-Town, happy Thanksgiving, guys. Also, guys, hopefully you tailed the 3-pick Onyx Feast parlay that I shared yesterday, because that cashed. Even if you hedged out of it like I did, still made money. So we had a small losing day yesterday on Dub Club. I went a little hard in the paint on Devin Booker's assists. That didn't cash. And then I forgot that I shouldn't bet NHL totals because I'm not good at that particular market. So we had a small, just over a half of a unit losing day yesterday, which stinks because we were looking solid, but wasn't meant to be. And that's kind of unfortunate. So we have another discount over here on Better as well, but we're going to take a look at what do we got on PrizePicks right now. We got any promos? No, not at the moment. Let me take a look at the NFL. What do they got? I guess none of these books, I understand none of the books are up this early. It's only 9:05 on the East Coast. By the way, guys, we've had a nice little run over here on Underdog. I'm just kind of tooting my own horn here at the moment. But we've cashed 3 of the last 4 slips that I've handed out. 11 to 12 on the last 12 picks on Underdog. So we've been absolutely on fire. Hopefully you guys have been tailing some of these slips. They've been all shared on the stream. This one, all been shared on the stream. So hopefully you guys have been checking that out because we've been doing very well. Variance is coming back for us on Underdog, no doubt about that. All right, we'll come back and look at this better slip here in a little bit. Let's see what else we have. Looks like, that's literally it because if I tee up this Underdog, we have nothing else other than this Monty play. So let's go over to the optimizer. Let's go to PrizePicks first. What do we got? What I have is a bunch of plays that don't have Pinnacle's odds on it, which really drives me up a wall because it's very difficult for me to have any confidence in a play where Pinnacle isn't setting their odds. So I don't mess around with fantasy scores. So we might have to wait until a little bit later in the stream because there isn't much. I don't know what the deal is. Like we have a football game that starts in less than 4 hours. You would think we could get some odds up here, bro. Yeah, this is tough. Now, obviously, on a day like today, guys, there isn't nearly as much going on. So that's why we're not seeing as many opportunities compared to yesterday. Yesterday was just one of those days. God, I wish every day was like yesterday. So many games going on, so many things to bet. It was awesome. But we're not seeing a ton. Let's head over to DraftKings Pick 6, and we're going to put together this Dak free square slip. We'll put it together one way or another. Okay, Prescott on his passing attempts. Obviously, we have his passing yards. I don't know if they'll let us do his passing attempts because I don't mind this. Over 35.5. It's okay. Joe Burrow on his passing attempts. Yeah. Christian Watson on his receiving yards. Again, it's at 55.5 compared to 50.5. This isn't all that exciting. But we do have some more odds here from Pinnacle, which I can at least assess what's up. Gibbs on his rushing attempts. Let's go with Gibbs on his rushing attempts. Over 14.5. And, of course, that bumped to 15.5. Of course it did. Let's type in, let's take a look at kind of game by game, see what we have cooking. Yeah, Chi-Town, mostly college basketball today, no doubt about that. But definitely want to try to take advantage of this Dak free square. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. There is actually a 14.5. This play didn't bump. It's actually there. I'm just an idiot. Just had to scroll down a little bit more. All right, so we get Gibbs on that one. Nice. Let's go and see if we got anything for the Chiefs-Cowboys game. Xavier Worthy, maybe. If I was going to bet anything on Rashee Rice, I was hoping to bet his over on his receiving yards. Okay, let's take a look at this Ravens-Bengals game. Let's go Bengals. Derrick Henry over on his rushing yards. 89.5. I like that. I actually like that. That's a good play. Pinnacle's at 90.5 at minus 130. We're getting it at 89.5. Slight discount. So the Dak free square, guys, I'm playing it for $10. I got to log in, but we're taking over on Gibbs rushing attempts, over 14.5. Dak free square, over on Henry on his rushing yards. I don't know if you've watched the Cincinnati Bengals try to play defense. They're garbage. So there we go. I'll share that link with you guys right now. What's going on, Aaron? Yep. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in here. Saints fan, 49ers faithful, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone in here and your family. Hopefully you guys have a safe and healthy Thanksgiving. I would say one of my memories. One thing I will share, when I was, I'll never forget this. I was like 10 or 11, and down in Western Pennsylvania, I grew up on not quite a farm, but it was kind of a farm. And I had to go out back, and I don't know about you guys, but every Thanksgiving, obviously, take care of the dogs. We had some hunting dogs when I grew up. So, like I said, grew up in the sticks. And so we always took care of the animals with a little extra special treat, with their meals. And so I remember right before we were heading to my aunt's for Thanksgiving, we're going to give the dogs some food. I was going out back to give the dogs some food. And, the metal cans that you open the metal cans up with. I remember opening the metal can, and then I wanted to take the top off the metal can, and I ended up slicing this middle finger really good on one of those metal cans. Didn't require stitches, but for the entire, basically, old school, this is like 98, 97, maybe 99. So wasn't quite like the day and age that we live in now. Mom and Dad just basically bandaged the hell out of it, and I just put my middle finger up the whole ride to my aunt's, and it ended up healing on its own. Didn't need stitches, luckily, but got a nice little scar, nice little reminder of that time. But had to ride the whole time to my aunt's with my middle finger up in the window, just so that I felt I wasn't in as much pain. So that's probably the only memory that I really have. One other memory that I do have, and it's going to be hard to believe this. Most of my childhood, from my mom and dad's side of the family, nobody was really into sports. Nobody. I'm not kidding you. I was the kid at Thanksgiving when we were sitting down before dinner. We're just kind of grabbing some chips, grabbing some appetizers. The adults are in the room. I was the kid that had to ask my uncle if I could open up, turn the TV, because my uncle had one of those put the TV in the bookcase and then open the doors up. And I was like, hey, can I turn on the TV to watch football? I was the only kid in my family, mom and dad's side, that wanted to watch football on Thanksgiving. Wasn't really a big football family. So those are really my memories. I was dying to watch football when I was 8 years old. And I had to and there were a couple Thanksgivings where I didn't get to watch football. I was very salty about that. So you bet your ass I'm watching football today. DeAndre Swift, this is for my dabble people. Over 9.5. This is a great play. Passing attempts for Daniel Jones. It's fine. If I'm getting a price similar to MGM, I'm always interested. So even though Pinnacle doesn't have odds, I'd be okay with the Daniel Jones play. Well, this is for this Sunday. By the way, feel free to share any of your favorite Thanksgiving stories, things that happened to you, funny stuff. Always willing to hear, what's going on. If you have a new tradition that happened because of it. Jared Goff on his passing yards. Yeah, this looks pretty good. The under on is 250.5. I don't mind this at all. So the under on Goff's passing yards. Swift's over on his rushing attempts. I know the Swift play is for tomorrow's Black Friday game, but still, could be pretty good. Appreciate that, user. Same to you, man. Yeah, I'm just basically driving through, and it was an hour drive, because my aunt lived in Mars. Is a town in Pittsburgh, guys, outside of Pittsburgh called Mars, and I just had to basically just give everyone the middle finger. Okay, so let's kind of disappointing. Let's look at Fliff for a second. Try to race through these books. We'll pick up the pace a little bit more so we can kind of get through some more things. Not as much as I was hoping to see. John, unfortunately, John, where I live, I don't have access to Dabble. I can't send you a link. So I can't build the slip on Dabble to send you the link, brother. All I can do is kind of tell you the plays that I would take, and then you have to build it on your own. So sorry about that, man. Arizona doesn't allow Dabble where I live. So, Fliff. Yeah, this play on Western Kentucky, South Florida today. The over 166.5. 16 cents off to Pinnacle. I can get down with that. This game's at 5:30 Eastern. I definitely like that. So over 166.5. All right, let's take a look at we'll go back over the Sharp Money tool, refresh this for our DFS books. Anything else? We talked about Javonte. I don't mind that. If you guys want to put this on your dabble slip for a 3-pick, I'm fine with the Javonte under 16.5 rushing attempts. Appreciate that, John. Appreciate that. So let's go take a look at arbitrage. And let's select all the books. I think I was setting this up for like live arbitrage earlier yesterday. So let's go 10%, select everything, all the markets, and that's pretty much about it. You could set this to OddsJam's recommended filters. You could change it to Pinnacle. Really no difference. Not much of a difference. So yeah, I mean, obviously, here's the thing that's kind of troubling about this play. This play with Barrett Carter is real. It's legit. You can make money. I understand that maybe not many people have access to Hard Rock, but the problem is this game doesn't start until 8:20 p.m. Eastern time. So like, how many people are betting an under on a linebacker or defensive player for the player tackles and assists? Like, not many people are doing that at this time of the morning. So for account health purposes, if you are able to execute this bet, this is kind of one of two ways, okay? Number one, if you're just someone that's trying to make money and you don't really care about getting limited or you don't care about any other strategy outside of arbitrage, then I would smash this play. If you are someone that is arbitrage betting now and you're thinking about getting into positive EV betting, then definitely do not bet this play right now. If this play is still out there, like it an hour before kickoff or 2 hours before kickoff even, I'm fine betting that. But right now, don't bet this, okay? And the answer to the question is most of these plays, guys, even if you're betting on this Packer game for Amon-Ra St. Brown, you're most likely going to get limited by the sports books if you're placing bets early in advance. But not everyone is trying to make sports betting a serious side hustle for the next 5 years. Some just want to make their risk-free cash and get out, and I totally understand that. So there are some really good plays today, guys, that you're going to be able to take advantage of. I would focus on the Packers and the Lions game. It's a little early, but I'm still fine betting, placing some arbitrage bets over there. Appreciate that, Spummy. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, man. You'll have to take a look at that one. So, log into your sports books and just get ready to day trade the books. And like we talked about, college basketball is the best sport that's going to give you the best opportunity in terms of locking in these live arbs. Being able to grab these plays and focusing on just the total points or a point spread market and just picking 2 or 3 different sports books and seeing what's up is really going to be your best opportunity to lock some sides in. I'm just looking over here on DraftKings. Looks like we got 4 touchdown profit boosts. We got the king of the end zone. All right, we got some good stuff over on DraftKings. Very excited about that. All right, so let's take a look back over in the Sharp Money tool. And the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to select all the books. And if you have questions, arbitrage, guys, if you're not making consistent money arbitrage betting, please DM me or email me. That means that there's an issue or something's wrong with your process, and we need to talk about that. Because you should be, there's going to be a one-sided bet every now and then with arbitrage that happens. But for the most part, you should be locking in value all day long. Just day trading these sports books. So let's just kind of select everything for today. And I'm not going to set any odds at the moment, guys, right? We'll take a look at just for today. We'll get to that Browns play here in a second. Just want to focus on a couple plays for now, and then we can, we got a little bit more time for the games that are on Sunday. So the Lions on the money line. So Pinnacle's taking $50,000, which is a lot. So Pinnacle has a lot of confidence in their line. Somebody wants almost $6,000 on the Lions at minus 143. And honestly, guys, this is just a really good price. This is, anything that's over 8 cents off to Pinnacle is really good. 143 and 155, that difference is 12, so it's a good play. So 164 on Bookmaker. Bet Openly, though, is offering this at minus 143, which is what this professional bettor wants it at. Honestly, I'd go over to Bet Openly, and I would take the Lions on the money line because this is quite good. Bet Openly is a peer-to-peer website, guys. I use them quite often. I don't have any money over there right now, so I'm going to have to make a deposit. You guys, if you guys can beat me to the spot, go ahead and do so. They're giving me a text verification, so bear with me one moment, guys. No doubt about that. Friends are just. I told my friends that I'm working today just for an hour, and this is a big day today, guys. Really big day to be able to sit down, place some bets. All right, so if you guys don't know about a bet openly, this is just a great website. Come up here to filter bets. You can go to the 2-win section, and we can just select just the NFL, right? And you can see at the moment that at minus 141 odds, I don't want this casino house edge. I don't want this at all. Can we get rid of this, please? This play is at minus 141. There's $546. You can see that someone has over $3,000 over here. So I'm not concerned about $546 because Pinnacle's taking $50,000 on this play. So this is kind of annoying now that I have this events page. So again, guys, if you have money in your Bet Openly account, go get it. I'm going to go and put some money in right now because I'm dying to get a couple bucks in this one. Perfect. Love that. Love that. Love that. All right. I think we're in. We are in. All right. Perfect. So let's come back over this game now. Whoops. Where'd it go? All right. So the Lions to win this game. Minus now 144. Dude, you can see it's going. I'm still going to take this at minus 144. 102.18. There we go. If you guys grabbed it, good on you. Minus 154 is no good. Minus 150, don't really like that. But if we can get this at a minus 144, minus 141, you guys are awesome. I'm glad that you grabbed that because I think it's a great play. So we're in on the Lions money line minus 144. I missed the price because I obviously had to make a deposit. 102, just about for $102. But gotta love Bet Openly, man. Gotta love them. Minus 144. There we go. All right, this under on the Lions game. You can see that play just removed itself from the sharp money tool. Somebody wants this over on Hard Rock on the under 50.5 at minus 135. This looks incredible to Pinnacle. This is 20 cents off. This is just an EV bet. Also, guys, if you want to place this over on Bet Rivers or BetMGM, I'm totally cool. Let's look at the line graph. What do we got here? Pinnacle. Oh, yeah, this is what I want to see. This is exactly what I want to see. So the under 50.5 Packers-Lions, minus 135 on Hard Rock. You can get this at a similar price at some other books. It's minus 155 on Pinnacle. Love that. Love that. So this is almost a low hold to Pinnacle over here on Hard Rock. I'm okay getting this at minus 140. And I'm even okay with going up to grabbing this at maybe a minus 143 on Bet Rivers. So, yeah, totally fine with that. Ross Dwelly, this is a long shot anytime touchdown score, but at plus 850 on MGM, guys, this is a very plus EV play. No other sportsbooks offering anything above plus 600 like FanDuel. To get this at plus 850, Lions, Packers, just a little sprinkle here, guys. Little sprinkle. This is definitely a really good one. John, are you saying you placed one arb bet and it got voided and you stopped arbing from there? Or Spummy, I always forget, dude. Satch. I always forget that, dude. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Browns money line. I always forget, bro. Browns money line. Obviously now I know. I'm like, oh yeah, Satch. Let me go over here and take a look. Because it's definitely worth it if it's Browns money line. Are we believing fully in Shador? Plus 220 odds. Yeah, this looks really good, right? We click this button right here, guys, on OddsJam. You can remove the VIG. You can see that anything above plus 199 for Pinnacle, above plus 210 for Bookmaker, Circa, Bet Online is really good. So this play is very EV. So we're going to run over to FanDuel. And now FanDuel actually, even though I'm on 10% limits, I can still bet a large amount. So this is how you'd figure out how much you'd want to wager, right? Come over to a Kelly Criterion calculator. And we can see that Pinnacle's taking odds of plus minus 199. So we also want to go to an odds converter calculator and say, hey, the fair value is 199. What's that for win probability? Oh, it's 33.44. Okay, cool. And then I'm using quarter Kelly. And then I'm getting this at what? Plus 220 odds. Double check this. Yeah, plus 220. They're going to tell me to wager. This is like a 7% edge. And I should wager like $200. But this is an NFL money line play, guys. This is a money line play. So, come over here to the NFL. This is on FanDuel, guys. Appreciate you, Satch. This one's incredible. What's the max wager size right now? Yeah, $900. That's what I thought. So, we're going to go in. I should be betting 200. I'm going to go in for a little bit beyond that. And I'm going to go in for a 350 spot here on the Browns. So taking the Browns on the money line for $350. I'm going above and beyond what Kelly's recommended me because this is an NFL money line play. And it's hard to find plays that are this good. Very, very good play. So appreciate you letting me know about that, Satch. This is obviously a low hold to Pinnacle, guys. So in on this all day long. Maybe should have put 500 on it, but that'll be a nice sweat for myself come Sunday. Browns are at home, plus 220 odds. Very good price. Not too shabby over at ESPN Bet also, guys, if you want to bet this at ESPN. Don't mind this at all. Very, very good. Again, removing the sportsbooks odds, Pinnacle's maybe the most bullish out of all the sharp books, but I'm still fine grabbing this. There you go, 49ers faithful. Hard Rock at minus 150. Ken, let me catch up to what you were asking, man. Under 48 on Onyx. Gotcha. Gotcha, John. Yeah, I'm going to say that, you're going to be able to place more arbitrage bets on other books, and that's not always going to be the case. We've all gotten one-sided from time to time. So it definitely sucks that the books avoid those types of bets. But I think if you trust me, I've placed a couple thousand arbitrage bets. So that's not always going to be the case with arbitrage betting. If you go after certain lines, though, that are a little bit egregious or called palpable errors, you can find where the books will void those. So you definitely want to stay in that 3 to maybe 8% range. But even then, so when you get to the 7, 8, 9, 10% range and above, you can still kind of run into that issue. All right, so let's take a look. Let's kind of refresh. We're still looking for plays for today, guys. This Ross Dwelly plays very good. Very, very good. I'm going to try to log in on the BetMGM and see if they'll let me wager whatever. I'm limited on MGM. For those of you that are new, I like to really keep it real and transparent. This MGM account, if you're like, how's this guy been betting for almost 4 years and he still can bet here and here? It's because, partnerships. So, oh, dang. I was doing a little live betting yesterday, and I must have had, it's just one of those days on MGM where actually all the bets that I placed on MGM actually lost. So I'm going to make a quick, again, looks like I'm running out of money on books. Quick deposit over there. Mark Andrews, under 3.5 catches, Bet Rivers, and Desert Diamond. Again, guys, the conundrum here is that this game doesn't start until 8 o'clock tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern. You are going to, this is a good play, though. You're getting this at plus 130. This is very EV, to Pinnacle. Very EV to Pinnacle. So I like it. The problem is how many guys are betting on an under this early in the morning. So I'm going to come over here to the Packers-Lions. We're looking at Ross Dwelly. Let's see what we got. Give me some anytime touchdown scores, baby. I don't even know who he plays for. That's how low we're going on this one. Did they remove him? No, here he is. Oh, he's only a plus 500? Oh, they must have caught on. They had to have caught on. That stinks. Damn, that stinks. That was a really good play, though. Unless I'm missing it, there's a spot, guys, where obviously I'm missing this. It probably is. You guys might have to let me know in the chat if I'm missing this anywhere else because that stinks. But Pacheco on his anytime touchdowns, DraftKings plus 270. This looks decent to Pinnacle, guys. Again, if you're not really sure if this is a sharp play, calculators are free over here. Go to a no vig fair odds calculator, type in 224, type in 297. You're going to find out that the fair value is plus minus 242. Okay? Plus minus 242. So anything that's above plus 242 compared to Pinnacle is a very good play. DraftKings, Bovada. We got some boosts over here on DraftKings. What's my Thanksgiving feast pack? You can get live boosts. We can get parlay boosts. So we'll opt in on this for sure. And then we also have what? I always forget what the king of the end zone is. Oh, the longest touchdown. I hate the longest touchdowns. Obviously, I take like Pickens or like someone crazy. But I'm just going over here, guys. We're going to place just a regular wager over here on DraftKings for Pacheco to score a touchdown. Plus 270 odds. I do have the bonus if I want to. I'm not going to do that. But we're going to go ahead and go in for a 150 spot here on Pacheco. Okay, so we're in there on Pacheco, which is great. We're getting a really good price over here on DraftKings and Bovada. Anytime TD. Bingo. There we go. What else we got in the sharp money tool? Anything else that's really of note? Monty on his rushing yards, the under here. This is minus 110, Hard Rock, BetMGM. Okay. You can get this at minus 114 in a lot of books. $2,600. Somebody wants this at minus 110 odds. Let's look at what the main line is. I want to see what his main line is, though. Where's Pinnacle have this set at, if they even have it yet? Yeah, they have it at 38.5, and they have the under 38.5 at minus 151, guys. So to be able to get this under, it's not quite as good at 37.5, but if you want to, bookmakers at minus 114. This one's okay. Somebody really wants this, though, for $2,600, so this would be a sharp money play. Yeah, Satch, I have been. I've caught a few of Kesh's Discord. I was on, what was I on, Monday? I think it was on Monday or Tuesday. But yeah, trying to ramp up, definitely now with college basketball back, definitely ramping up my live betting activity. Trying to get one of those big months. I've tried a couple of live pick six slips. Haven't hit anything because I've only put together like 3 or 4. But it's always just kind of when I'm watching with him. It's always interesting now with Kesh because he's doing a lot more of like live drive props, which is always kind of fun. But I've only done a couple of those. For the most part, I just kind of sit in the background and watch. Hey, Yoshi Voss, Bengals Ravens anytime TD plus 375. Doesn't look like we have Pinnacle's odds here, but we have plus 300 on Bookmaker. Yeah, if you guys want to put this on Yoshi Voss, this is definitely just an EV play. And then, all right, let's go over to the, let's head over to the positive EV tool. So speaking of anytime touchdowns, I have this teed up for right now. Normally, guys, when I'm betting anytime TDs, I'm betting overs. That's kind of that's my jam. So I'm not saying that you can definitely make money betting unders as well. So don't hear what I'm not saying. But I don't typically, obviously, I don't have access to ProfitX or NoVig, so I don't normally bet the unders. So the unders on Gibbs, the unders on Williams, the over on Zay Flowers right now. And Satch, I would love to hear how it's been going for you. Appreciate you mentioning that, Wilbo. I have to let the team know what's going on because, yeah, if you can just kind of let me know what books they've been out of sync for like weeks, that'd be very helpful for sure. So anything really above plus 139 is EV. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to go hammer this on DraftKings or Circa. It's a better play over here on no vig. So anyone that has no vig, I would definitely rush over to play this. If you have a Fanatics account at 145, this is just over almost a 2.5% edge. Don't mind this on Fanatics, guys. And even though I'm limited on Fanatics, I think I might still be able to wager like maybe $50. Again, I'm limited on Fanatics, guys, so I don't care that this game doesn't start until 8 o'clock tonight. I'm just going to go over there and bet this at plus 145 odds. And you know there's going to be some type of boost going on. All right, what else do we have? Kelsey, we got Kareem Hunt on Kalshi. I already got Pacheco. I don't mind going over to Kalshi here, guys. Only $600 that's over there. I like that. Let me take a look at what do we got going on today? All right, so I'm going to go over here to the NFL right now, guys. I'm just curious to find out what the Zay Flowers anytime touchdown score. Plus 145 odds. OddsJam's telling me to wager how much? Probably about $100. Let's see if I can get on this. I can get $82.76 on Zay Flowers anytime TD. Let's go, bro. All right, so I'm in on this over here on Fanatics. It's fantastic. Still to be able to get $82 down is incredible. So we're in on that one. Kareem Hunt on Kalshi. I do bet on Kalshi a little bit. And I'm not going ham like everyone, some other guys are, because I'm not a professional bettor. I don't have a model, but this looks very good. So I'm going to log in over here on Kalshi, guys. Again, more books that you have access to, the more betting opportunities there are. There's about $600 out here, so that doesn't necessarily scare me. I understand it's higher than Pinnacle's limit, but I'm cool with it. And I'm probably going to screw this one up in terms of just finding it. So I'm not going to show this on the screen right now because it's going to take me a minute. Travis Kelce on no vig and Circa. This is really just over there, guys. There wouldn't be any other sports book that I would bet this play at other than no vig. I'd bet this at no vig as well. There we go. Anytime TD. We're looking at, I think, plus 140. All right, so we're betting this at yes, Kareem Hunt. Right, if I bet $100, you can see that I'm getting paid out really a plus 239 odds, guys. So just understand that. It's not really plus 140, it's plus 139. So 139, I'd still want to bet about $114. So I'll just make this, didn't mean I want to buy this. I'm going to go in for a 125 spot on Kareem Hunt. So this is over on Kalshi. And there we go. We're in for this at a 139 for $125. Kareem Hunt. So now any Chiefs running back that scores, I will at least be I'll be happy. I'll be happier, though, if Pacheco scores. There we go. Shout out to Kalshi. So, and then Rashee Rice over here on no vig. So got some good no vig opportunities for sure. Sash is going okay, doing amazing for college football, but NFL struggling on basketball. Going to switch to the weekend, see if that helps. Yeah, no doubt. I've been really trying to focus a lot on just college hoops. Obviously, having access to like the Bet Rivers, the Desert Diamonds. I actually wanted to talk to you about this, Satch, because you might be someone that would know. Someone mentioned this, and I've kind of noticed this. Hard Rock for live betting. I don't know if you've ever got to use Hard Rock at all for live betting. They might be sneaky decent. Like, sneaky sharp. Like, they move their lines first when live betting. Like, I'm talking like college basketball. I've noticed this before. Like, they've kind of moved, and then, like, everyone else moves. I've noticed this with Hard Rock. I'm almost, like, considering, I got to spend a little more time with them watching, but I'm almost considering just nuking the account for pregame and saying, screw the live betting over there. I'm curious. All right, so let's take a look at some regular NFL markets, and then we'll get into some college basketball plays. and we'll look at some pregame bets for college basketball. Let's go like minus 150, plus 130. Let's really dial it in. Let's clear this out. DVIG settings, we're going to go Pinnacle worst case, and we're just going to look at all player prop markets for today. Seems to be, maybe just for college basketball, I have to spend a little bit more time, but I have noticed a few occasions where they've moved, and then I see everybody else, like FanDuel, then moves after them. And so just something be on the lookout for anyone that has Hard Rock. All right, so Gibbs under on his receptions. Obviously, he had like a million of them yesterday or last week. This is an ARB to penny. Always a pretty good play when you're looking at ARBs. Pinnacle's taking $1,500 on this market right now, guys. So that's a decent amount of dough. Decent amount. See him, though, we've seen a little bit more movement from Bookmaker, to be honest. Bookmaker went from plus 118 to plus 130. That's a decent movement. So probably maybe one that I would stay away from. But if I had no vig, I would still bet this, guys. Any ARBs to Pinnacle, I bet all the time. Yeah, man, no worries. It's just Billy. Just send that over there, man, and we can at least link you in with the team to see if we can get something figured out. George Pickens under on receiving yards. And this is an ARB to Pinnacle. It's also, you could bet this on FanDuel, guys. This looks really good. I'm going to go over to FanDuel and bet this. Yeah, especially because Pinnacle just moved. They moved a lot about 8 hours ago, but I'm in on this one. So I'm going over to FanDuel to bet this. Too many screens opened up right now. Too many. And they're telling me to bet like probably close to $400 on this. I'm getting this at what? Minus 112? Yeah, 360 on this Pickens play. I'm probably not going to, I don't know what I'll be able to bet. We'll have to see. Pickens, this is an alternate line under 70.5. No, 75.5, excuse me. This is the main line. It's the main line. $840, dude. Gotta love FanDuel. Even on a 10% account, we're looking really, really good. So I'm not used to this one, guys. Not to lie. Like, George has been having a career year, balling out. Could be a bad choice right here, but we're gonna go for this for 350 over here. George on his under on his receiving yards at minus 112. This is an ARB to Pinnacle on FanDuel. So I'm in on that. All right, there we go. And let's see. LeBron 10 plus points. Yeah. That could be free money as well. It's free money until it's not. So it could be solid. And then obviously on FanDuel, we're looking at, oh man, we can get Pickens over 5.5 receptions. Where, yeah, there's a world where he could have 6 catches for 73 yards. Definitely can happen. Derrick Henry over here on his rushing yards, first and foremost, Profit X. It's a low hold to Pinnacle, guys. Whenever the plus odds number and the minus odds number is the same exact number, that means that you can wager $100 on Pinnacle, 104 on Profit X on the over and the under, and you wouldn't lose any money. Finding plays that have low holds percentages, or in this case, this is a 0 hold, is ideal. The hold percentage is how sportsbooks make money off of us. So the lower the hold percentage, the more advantageous the bet is for us as a bettor. Obviously, if it's an arbitrage play like Pickens, that's a bet that we want because we'll make money on this. The Derrick Henry play is a very good play. Definitely grab that. We already have that on one of our DFS slips. Burrow over on his passing completions. Oh, Joey B is back in the saddle again. As we start to scroll down on these plays, guys, you'll start to notice that we go from an ARB to a low hold to not quite a low hold, and that's only going to be the case. The gap will start to widen a little bit more between Pinnacle's under and maybe the over or vice versa. Definitely going to grab this Pickens. Oh, this is not, wait a minute, over 5.5. Let me see. That stinks. They might have just adjusted this alt receptions. Yeah, they did. So this play is not available anymore at over 5.5. That sucks. Let's refresh the page. But the under's still there if you want it. So the Burrow play, I like the Burrow play. We talked about Mark Andrews. That's a good play. Oh, Jakey Ferguson. Fergalicious. Yeah, I mean, Hard Rock MGM, these are the soft books, guys. Sports Zeno, this is a low hold to Pinnacle here. It's actually an ARB to bet 105, which is very, very good. Rick, what's going on, man? What's going on? Patrick, how can you find Pinnacle's limit? You just click open the play, and it tells you right here. It's literally where you can find Pinnacle's limit. Just click open the play, and it tells you. If you're using the Sharp Money tool on like a play that like Mark Andrews, it'll tell you right here, 1,000. So just got to open the play. It might even tell you on your phone. That's where you can find it. So Ferguson, okay. This is going to be for Ballybet and also Bet Rivers, guys. Bet Rivers is 1 cent off. Jared Goff over passing completions. This is the early game. Not quite a low hold. It's off by 1 cent. Honestly, I'd go over to FanDuel and bet this as well. This is like another telltale for me, guys. Anytime that FanDuel has the same odds as Canby, I'm like, yo, let me get some action down over there. So I'm going to go bet this on FanDuel for, 1 cent off of what Ballybet has this as. Again, we got some juicy plays today. I'm kind of putting my nuts on the table a little bit more than I normally do because I'm not, we're placing some larger player props. Could be a really great Thanksgiving or could be a really poor Thanksgiving. Not sure how it's going to go. Passing completions. The wrong game, William. Wake up, kid. Packers, Lions, passing completions. We're looking at Mr. Goff, over 22.5. Never mind that. They're telling me to wager, 270? Okay, there we go. Gotta love you, FanDuel. All right. Again, guys, for the OGs and DGens, they know this. They've heard me say this. But if you can appreciate the fact, if you're new to the stream, and I'm actually placing bets, I'm telling you what bets to place, and I'm actually putting my money where my mouth is, then make sure you hit the like button on the video, subscribe to the channel. Helps me out a lot. Dropped a video yesterday talking about some of the laziest strategies that you can utilize to sports bet. And one of them I don't think gets talked about enough. I actually have it over here off to the side, but definitely check out that video. Let me know what you think. If any of my content, guys, is absolute garbage, please tell me in the comments. Be brutally honest with me, right? If you want to be mean, okay, but just be brutally honest. If it's very good, tell me it's very good. I want to make sure that I'm making content that you guys actually enjoy and find value in. I try to make different content depending on different sports bettors. So there's a lot of brand new sports bettors out there. So that's why some of my content recently has been for new bettors, because this is the time of the year where we normally see an influx of new casual bettors. Christian Watson over on Kalshi. You can go to Kalshi. You can go to FanDuel. Let's take a look at this. This is over 3.5 catches. So on this particular play, the only thing is we're seeing a little bit of movement here from Pinnacle, but this was a while. Well, this wasn't too. It was about 7 hours ago. So Pinnacle was all the way at minus 113. They've moved to minus 127. And you can see that Bookmaker moved a lot and then kind of bounced back a little bit. They're at minus 118. So, two sharp books, guys. This is still off a little bit. I don't get much of I get my money down on FanDuel almost every day. So I'm just going to go back over to Kalshi and bet this because it's the best price. And I don't place too many bets over at Kalshi. So they're telling me to bet 280. I only have about $205 left in the account. So we're going to go and hit this play up. This is on receptions, right? Yeah, over 3.5. Okay. So Watson to get 4 is what we want. Again, guys, if you ever want to figure out what the odds are for this play to make sure you're not getting ripped off, it's basically, minus. If it was plus 100 odds, it'd be a $200 payout. So this is the correct price. And all I have left is I'm going to bet loose change because I know Kalshi doesn't care. Ooh, what's the updated odds? .39. This is everything in the account. All right, we're in on this play. Let's look at the portfolio right now. All right, so I bet this, and there we go. You can see I'm the one that took all the liquidity over on Kalshi. Or not maybe all of it, but I took a decent amount. This play just bumped up a lot. So we got a great price over there, which I'm very happy about. 203 spot 97. There we go. All right, so we got some different NFL bets in at the moment. We can really keep going. Mahomes on his rush yards. I never mind this as well. Okay, interesting. Look at this movement from Bookmaker. Bumped up just a little bit from Pinnacle, but they were chilling at 145. They moved to 137. I definitely like that. Mahomes over on his rushing yards. We're not just getting down some player props today, guys. We're getting down some big old player props today. Rushing yards for Mahomes, over 21.5. This is at minus 112. We're taking the over for a 250 spot. There we go. Okay, so we're in on that one as well. And all right, we're looking good. Let's take a look at some college hoops plays. Let's see what we have going on for college hoops. Mainline markets, guys, my favorite DVig is Bookmaker. Typically on game day, Bookmaker is taking more money than Pinnacle. And sometimes it's like 4 or 5x the amount of money the Pinnacle's taking. So we're going to keep the odds range the same. And let's click over here. Again, guys, I do like using the custom formula EV builder. It's too slow to show on a live stream. By the time that the plays load up, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes. And time is precious on these live streams. So I don't have time to kind of like set, like I would normally probably go with like a Bookmaker Pinnacle combo here, but it's just too slow. So there are some times on Bookmaker where I like to go bet these over at Bet 105. The under on the Circa play between over at Circa, Georgetown, Dayton. Can we get this anywhere else at minus 110? The next best is Canby. So let's take a look at the movement here because Pinnacle actually agrees with Bookmaker. It's the same price. Oh, yeah. We love this. 2 sharp books moving like this, guys, especially Bookmaker. Look at the movement within the last 30 minutes. Pinnacle moved first. Bookmaker moved second, guys. If you have a Circa account, I would bet this. At minus 114, it's just over a 1.25% edge, so it's fine. I'm still fine if you want to bet a little bit of this over there on Bet Rivers. This game doesn't start until 7:30 Eastern, guys. So, but again, I'm cool with that. Stanford minus 1.5 for my Profit X peeps. Pinnacle's taking $2,000. Again, big tip. I talk about this almost on every live stream. Sign up with Bet Online. Sign up with Bookmaker. Even if you don't want to bet on those books, guys, sign up with an account so that you can get access to their limits. Now, this is going to depend on state-by-state cases. Not every state that you live in, you'll be able to access this. But I'm just going to come over here to Bookmaker. This is my favorite thing to do. I come to Bookmaker. I pull up this play. Pinnacle's taking $2,000, right? You can see it right here. What is Bookmaker taking at Stanford? They think Stanford should be at minus 3. They're taking $2,900, right? Just so you know, I'm not making this up. You guys can see the alternate lines here. Bookmaker's taking $2,900, right? So that's what they're taking on this play. You can just come over here and click on the different games, and you can see the different limits that they're taking on this play. So they have it at minus 145. It's minus 147. And OddsJam always screws up the odds by 2 cents. They're taking $2,900. So it's not a massive amount of a difference. But, you know, they are in somewhat of an agreement. So I don't mind going over to ProfitX and getting this at minus 120. Richmond and Furman, this is 9 a.m. Again, guys, on the exchanges, they don't limit bettors, so just bet these plays. $106, 316 here. This is okay. Yeah, I mean, Pinnacle and Bookmaker are aligned on the odds. They're a couple cents off of each other. This looks pretty good. I'm all right with this one. This is fine as well. Take the over 147.5, Richmond and Furman. We talked about Stanford. How about Michigan State on the money line at minus 110 now? That's not nearly as good, so we'll move on from that. Washington minus 4.5 against Nevada today. Circa or an offshore book called Every Game. I tried to make a deposit over there with Every Game. Let me see if it ended up working out. I don't know if the funds showed up. No, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Try to get that payoff from Bet Now. But I've never executed a payout with Bet Now, so they might need some more verification from me. But I like this play. I would grab this Washington minus 4.5. We can't get this anywhere else, though, other than Circa and Every Game. Bracco, for my Bracco peeps, this game starts in about 2 hours. Vanderbilt, VCU. We're looking at the over 164. You could probably get this maybe at bet 105, but I'd probably rather just bet this over at Bracco. Oh, yeah, 49ers. Appreciate that, man. We got to take a look at that. I forgot about that. So the FanDuel promo. What do we got here? Promos. Yeah, we got some Thanksgiving promo rewards. By the way, guys, I'm sure this is cool if you want to do this with your buddies. Shout out to FanDuel for figuring out a way to create an even more degenerate way to make money on parlays. Just absolutely incredible. I'm not, I'm really like, I don't have too many friends that actually know about sharp betting. So I would be more than happy to play the pass the leg parlay with you guys in here. But all of my friends, God, no. Oh, FanDuel's let me know we've wagered $1,200 in the last 30 minutes. All right, that's cool. Thanks, FanDuel. Claim now, Thanksgiving reward. And then we got the jackpot. Okay. So bet back token, refund. I'll do the 50% profit boost for sure. I'll do the profit boost. And then we're going to take a look at, all right, let me refresh the page here. My FanDuel just kind of froze. There we go. Finally back to it. Okay. So we're going to look for the first and last touchdown score. Make sure you guys come over here in the jackpot. Remember, guys, when it comes to this is going to be for the Ravens-Bengals game. Remember, when it comes to this play, if you wager more than $5, you will not receive more bonus bets, okay? So I like to go with this sometimes, and this is more of a contest type of strategy, in my opinion, where I'm looking at, like, I'm not looking to take, like, the Derrick Henrys. If there's value on Derrick Henry, like, all right, but I'm really looking for other guys that are maybe not the popular names. Player touchdowns. First touchdown score or last touchdown score, you have to bet the any touchdown score market. All I'm going to do is come over here, and I am going to scroll and wait until I see the FanDuel is bright green. That's pretty much it. I want to make sure I see Pinnacle has odds, and I want to make sure that FanDuel is the bright green. That's the strategy. So Ravens defense, but no Pinnacle odds, so I don't bet that. These are going to be plays that I would actually then consider. Let's put it to you that way. So again, I'm all about keeping things like really simple. So if Pinnacle has odds and FanDuel's bright green, I'm interested. And so unfortunately, in this game, that isn't the case. Now, one other thing that I can do, we can go on. The Joe Burrow play looked decent. Charlie Kohler, it's fine. Not great. Don't really like that one too much. Hopkins, it's obviously a better price on No Vig and Profit X. What's the fare with Hopkins? The fare is $387. Oh, yeah, this Hopkins play would be the one then. This is definitely then the play I would go target. It wasn't the bright green. But getting this at $470 on Hopkins, that's in consideration. What else do we have? Anything else? No, Likely's not good enough. Chase isn't good enough. Keaton Mitchell. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be DeAndre Hopkins. I mean, Pinnacle's price is $289 here, guys. Betting this at plus 220. This is why I don't consider these types of plays. Just to give you, for those of you that are new, trying to like figure out, understand the strategy. Zay Flowers is okay. It's okay, but it's a better play on Hopkins. So that's what we're gonna go. Again, guys, I don't try to come into this contest with any pre-built bias. I just literally follow what the numbers say. That's one way that, you know, if you're not a football bettor, or if you don't know anything about football, then honestly, you'll probably have a better time with success, because most of us guys that are in here have a lot of bias towards certain players or teams, and that can actually hurt you as a sports bettor. All right, so this is going to be our touchdown jackpot play, and I'm just betting $5 on it. Actually, I shouldn't do that because it's actually an EV play. Let's go for $100 on Hopkins. Let's do that instead. Okay, so we're on Hopkins. Anytime TD. There we go. And then we're going to look at some first-time touchdown scorers. And this is just for the Ravens game, guys. So you can do that. So we're going to click in here, and I'm just going to throw in $100 because this is a good play. Now, for the first touchdown score, I obviously have, I selected my choose my reward was a 50% boost. So I'm looking to go into first touchdown scores and I'm just going to look at all 3 games and just see, like, do we have anything at all? Bengals defense, that looks really good to bookmaker, but it's the Bengals defense. Charlie Kohler, okay. All right. What else do we got? Joe Burrow doesn't look bad. Andrews. Tanner Hudson. Okay. Let's go over to the Packer game. I'm waiting to see if something jumps off the page for me. That's really what I'm looking for. Jared Goff. Jared Goff jumps off the page. I know it's Jared Goff. What was it? Earlier this year, he caught a pass touchdown play that got called back. The Jared Goff play is definitely where I would bet my $5 or $10 on, because that's kind of insane. And the reason it's so insane, guys, is because bookmakers at like plus 6,500. Now, Circa has it at 10,000 odds, but plus 6,500. Okay, let's look at this Chiefs-Cowboys game too. Hunter Lepke doesn't look bad. Again, same crazy long shot odds. Oh, this one's a bit better. Jalen Tolbert. Jalen Tolbert is very good. Jalen Tolbert first touchdown score. I like that better than the Schoon Man. I like that better than Malik Davis. Again, guys, you know, these are all pretty big long shot plays, but I like that. We're going with Jalen Tolbert. 49ers faithful, I don't blame you, dude. Trust me, it was in like very strong consideration for me to take Goff, but we're going to go with Tolbert here for the first touchdown score. And this is the middle column, guys. FanDuel tries to confuse you anytime first, last. Make sure you're taking the middle column when you're betting this. Do I got to take my promotion, dude? Did I not? I thought I already hit it up. I got to choose. I guess it didn't take effect. I'm taking my 50% profit boost, max $10 wager, and I might have to come back to this Tolbert play and remove it and then re-add it. Just so sometimes that happens, guys. Yeah, there we go. All right, 50% profit boost, $10. Again, if this hits, I'm making $1,500, guys. This is how I like to place my long shot boosts. You know, I'm not looking to place it on like a plus 200. You can, but I'm looking to like cash this bad boy, right? So you never know when it's maybe Jalen Tolbert's the first touchdown score. If this hits, like my whole Thanksgiving is like made, right? I'll be like kissing my girlfriend on the mashed potatoes, on the pumpkin pie, just like, yo, let's go. Let's go. It'll be crazy. I probably won't get invited back to Thanksgiving, but this is going to be a solid one. So odds boost over here. Appreciate you reminding me that 49ers faithful, because I did definitely forget about that. And there we go. That was a good play. No doubt about that. All right, guys. that's going to be the stream for today. We could obviously spend a lot more time betting college basketball, but I'm going to kind of start to get my chef's hat on and start to cook some food. Got some appetizers that I'm bringing over for Thanksgiving, so it's going to be a good one. Honestly, though, guys, I love you all. Appreciate you guys tuning in to the stream. I'll be back on tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, doing it again. Have a safe and wonderful and happy Thanksgiving from me to you. May all your bets win. May you make a boatload of cash. Otherwise, guys, enjoy the holiday, and I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Take care.